Well, good afternoon. I'd like to welcome all of you again back to part two of Matters of the Heart radio broadcast ministry today with your radio host personality, Princess Denise Wright, and my co host in the studio with me is Minister Sarah Rich. So we thank God today for all of you that are listening. You could have turned to another station, but you knew better. Keep it locked right here, okay? So we thank you for listening today and pray that you enjoyed the message ministered by Sarah Rich about 5 minutes ago. And I hope that you heard that message. And if you did, pass it on, share it with someone else about why we need to give thanks unto the Lord. It's not about us, me, myself, and I, giving thanks unto the Lord and doing the work of the Lord, what He will have you to do to bless others, in addition to you being blessed by Him. So at this time, this is our second segment of the program, and we have our special guest that's on the line right now, Harriet Davis with the Pinellas County School Board. She's going to be sharing some very informative, detailed information about adults getting an education. For any of those, I know personally a female that is a friend of mine, and she told me that she quit school when she was 12 years old. She did start maybe a few months ago trying to go back to get her GED, but something came up and she was not able to go I think she was going to school every day, couldn't catch the bus or something, getting her there, and so she stopped. And so I'm praying that she will start again, not this year because we are almost at the end of the year, but next year maybe have a focus to go back and get that education because she does will enjoy learning more, especially about mathematics, and her English, and anything that will truly help her in counting money and things that I just know that I've had conversations with her about. So I just know it's so important while there are things in place for you to get that education. So no matter if you're 50 years old, 59 years old, or whatever, it's never too late, long as you're still alive, to go and get your education for that continuing purpose of that. So Harriet, now we have you on the line, and would you like to tell me, start telling me a little bit about this program that is going on with the Pinellas County School Board for those adults that like to get that continue their education? And welcome to the radio broadcast.
And thank you for having me here, and thank you for your audience and for your blessings. As you stated, and you segmented it right into what I was going to talk about in a great way. It
Uh-huh.
is never too late to get
Yes.
your high school diploma. And a lot of people, like you just mentioned, a young lady that they drop out for whatever reasons in life. And, it's never too late to go back and try to get that. So with the Pinellas County School Adult Education Programs, we have two pathways that you can get your high school diplomas. And if you like, I could go into both ways and go from there.
Oh, go right ahead. We're we're
Okay.
all we're all tanked up, ready to listen.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Well,
Yes, we are.
as you stated, no matter what your age is, you can always come back. And one of the good things about our program is that it gives you that one-on-one that you might need because you've been out of school a long time. So what we do is that once you decide that this is what you want to do, because there's nothing as more powerful than a made-up mind that this is what I want to do, then you call us, and then what we do is we give you what we call a pre-test. And the pre-test purpose is only to determine where you need more support at. So we'll test you in language arts, math, reading, and what else? So it's in science. So once we have your pre-scores, what we do then is we sit down with you and we will focus on those areas that you need the most help in, and we call that a prescription. So that's what you work on, and you work on that until you are ready to take the actual GED test. And our success rate is 95%. Once you come into the program and you stick with it, you can leave out of there with a diploma. So once we do that, then you are set. You come, and you mentioned that the young lady before didn't have the bus or couldn't get a bus. So
Yes,
one of the
yes,
things
yes.
that we do is that we know that it's difficult. So we have bus passes that we get from Pinellas County Transportation Organization that we buy. We buy them and we give them to students that need to get bus passes. So we try to do everything in our power to eliminate barriers because we know that people have everyday problems and families that they got to take care of.
Okay.
So once we end this program, and I give you this number, hopefully she can call and we can get her set up for, like you said, for January 2022.
Well, she does live in Clearwater. Is that a problem?
That's not going to be a problem.
Okay.
I'm going to mention some of the sites that we have as well.
Okay.
That will not be a problem at all.
Okay.
Our second way to get your high school diploma is is to trade in. A lot of students go to school, and you might have run into some that go to school for 12, 13 years, and because they cannot pass the Florida assessment, standard assessment, they leave out of there with not because there's something wrong with them, but it's sometimes people have test anxiety. So they leave out of school with what we call the certificate of completion.
Okay.
And the certificate of completion is not a high school diploma.
Okay.
So another way that you can, what we encourage students to do is to trade in that certificate of completion with what we call a high school diploma. And how they do that is by testing. And again, it's a lot of one-on-one. And I'm just giving you a short story. Just recently, I was working at the Thomason Center, and we had 30 students that had a certificate of completion. Well, I got the test scores back yesterday. Of that 30, 28 passed and will get their high school. Yes. I was like, oh, my God, God is good. So, just that one-on-one, your made-up mind will help you get to the goals that you want to attain in life for your life and your career.
Okay,
so
that's good. Okay.
Yeah, so they can trade that in. And a lot of people, they be embarrassed. They don't want no one to know. But again, it's confidential. You come in, you call, and we work with you. We have day and evening classes just in case someone has to, because people work, have families, but we try to work around your schedule from 7:30 in the morning to 8 p.m. in the evening. We're open. And,
yes, and Harriet, I just want to ask you real quick, what is the certificate of completion? What does that represent?
It represents nothing. It represents
Nothing?
a piece of
Okay.
paper.
Okay.
It does not, and I've been in school in the district for 24 years. So certificate of completion, it just allows you to walk across the stage when graduation comes, but it's not a real high school diploma.
Oh, okay. Okay. Got it.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hold on a minute,
So,
Harriet.
sure.
Sarah, you got a question? This is a former teacher.
Yes,
So,
I was listening to you, and one of the things that stood out to me when you were talking, you said that they would receive one-on-one, so for every student
Yes.
as an instructor?
Well, in most cases, if you need that one-on-one, you'll get that one-on-one.
Okay, depending on when you take
Depending on that student, yes.
Okay, got you. That's what I was wondering. When I was
Yeah.
listening to you, I was wondering because some students need a little bit more support than other students. But when you go in and you take the test and the placement, it kind of tells you where you are. And if you
Yep.
need that one-on-one, then they will be assigned someone to help them to get through that part where they can be more independent. Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Absolutely.
Yes, that's what I wanted to know. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
Harriet. Go ahead and continue.
So
Go ahead.
so you mentioned that the young lady lived in Clearwater. So we have the Clearview Adult Education Center, and that's in that's in Lellman, sort of in Largo, the distant area. And then we have the Clearwater Adult Education Center, and that is on the Gulf to Bay Boulevard in Clearwater.
Okay.
And then so we have those two major centers, but then we have what we call satellite centers, smaller venues that we have at different locations. For example, we have SPC campus in downtown and midtown, St. Petersburg. We have the Seminole campus, SPC, in Clearwater. We have the Madeira Beach area that you can go to, Largo Library that you can go to. So we have Osmar facility. So we have different satellites that makes it easier for someone to get to because of their work, or they can't get there during the day or in the evening. But we're open in all these places that I've just mentioned to you. So we have over 20 places that you can go to get your high school diploma.
Oh, one question, Harry. Is there any cost to this for those?
Unfortunately, there is a cost, but what we're trying to do is mitigate that cost. So, for example, if you start in January, you can go from January to, I think it's July, and that's $45.
Oh, that's really reasonable. Yes.
It is, but it's also, I know that it's also difficult for some people. Yes. So we do have, scholarships. If you say, what, I actually want, but I got children, I got this and that, and then we'll try to find money to pay that tuition for you, that $45. So you paying $45 if you stay the whole 2 semesters. You paying $90 for the year.
Okay. If you go for 2 semesters, okay.
Yes.
Okay, yes. Sorry to interrupt you.
That's okay. No, please do.
Okay.
So I can be clear.
Okay, let me ask another question also, too. When you were talking about you guys have available scholarships, is it how the scholarships hinge on? Are they hinge on your income or just exactly? Okay, that's what I want to know.
It's based on what you say. So you go in, you take your test. It's like I said, you go in, you take your test. That's if you're trying to get your GED. For the certificate completion, you don't have to take a test, but that's a different pathway. Yes. So you go in, you say, you know what, I want to do this, but I don't have the $45, And so the teacher, the instructor, would say, let me look into how I can help. If I can get a donor for you, if there's some money that we have in our scholarship fund. And then, because that's how I did it, I tried to work with each and every individual that say, I might not have money, because I don't want to turn anyone away that want to get their high school diploma.
Yes.
So yes, so it's no criteria in terms of income or anything like that.
Okay. Well, Harry, let me just see if the program manager Donald Jackson. Donald Jackson. You're an educator and great teacher. Do you have a question for Harriet?
Well, actually, I did, and but Sarah brought up the same question. Yeah, because we know one of the reasons why a lot of our students or children, of course, they finally became adults and they still didn't pass high school, so they needed to do the GED. One of the reasons that because they needed more support. In the regular system, in the normal school settings, they needed more support. But you mentioned, because Sarah did ask about one-on-one And that's what most of these, clientele are going to require, a one-on-one assistance so that they can reach to the mark where they need. And I'm glad that you have a system that address that, because without that, there would still be difficulty. And of course, excuse me, I'm pretty sure that for students who need the extra, I'm pretty sure that you have a system where they get like extra tutorial program that will help them to get there, because the important thing is to get them to pass their GED. And it does not matter how old a person is.
That's true.
Right? They become very elated when they graduate, when they get their high school diploma, because I've seen where a lot of older folks in the past, they used to highlight this on TV when somebody could be who is a grandfather is walking across the stage because he has just graduated. And this is so important to them. And that's all about self-esteem.
Yes.
And what bothers me, and I'm pretty sure you might be looking at this for later on, what bothers me is that we have a lot of our youngsters, because they drop out of high school, they feel it's lowering their self-esteem to go back to try to finish up.
Exactly.
They need to know that that's not so.
That's not so. That's
exactly. You made some very good points, and that's why I'm so excited about reaching out to community groups, to churches, to organizations, to let them know that this opportunity is available to them, and that we do offer them. A lot of our students struggle in reading and math, for example. So we have we go back down to the foundation and it doesn't take them long, because once you get that, they get that attention, they know it. It just may take them a little longer, but they know it. So we give them that one-on-one, and we also work with them if they want to stay. If we have what we call math classes that just focus on certain concepts that they might not get, and the teacher might be busy, then we'll say, come back, and we have a whole class of people that just working on those concepts. And that's why we're so successful with our program, in terms of once they get in there and they determine, then we're going to get you across that stage and get you that diploma that you so desperately want.
Great. And don't forget to reach out to 99 Jams also to help you get that information out there. We are a radio station right here in the community of St. Petersburg. We will help you get information there, okay?
Oh, yeah. Right now.
I got to sell something.
I love that. Thank you so much.
Donald, you too much.
Yes,
you're great.
Yeah. I got to get it out, and I just got to get it out. I just wanted to tell you about one other program, or two other programs, and that we have as well.
Well, hold on one minute, quick. How much time we got left, Donald?
Oh, okay.
Al, how much time we have? We have 8 minutes. We give you 8 minutes more.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, Harriet.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we also work with high school students that's already in high school. For example, they might be in high school, but they fail in high school because they fail in math, they might be failing English, science, whatever they're failing. We have what we call credit recovery for high school students.
Good.
And we do that at our centers after the regular day for about an hour or two, or even in the evening time in case they work. So we have it at all the high schools, not just at certain ones, all the high schools. And the other program is what we call English for speakers of other languages, ESOL. We have those as well for those students that come here, don't have the language skills or the writing skills, and we reach out to them as well, and we have them as well. Mostly those are in the evening time, but we do have some in the daytime. And then the last one we have is what we call our community enrichment program. And these are programs that for people that might want to do child care, CPR, just something to keep them busy, learning Spanish, and any other, thing. And those are not at many centers, but I'm going to give you the phone number for everything, and then they can call.
I was just about to ask you that. Just give us phone numbers or any website address or anything. So,
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
You ready? Okay, so the phone number that you can reach is 727-588-6321. That's 588-6321, and that's going to get you right into the adult education main office in the school building, the administration building, I should say. Or you can email me directly, and that's Davis, DAVISHAR, at pcsb.org. That's P as in Paul, C as in cat, B as in boy, and did I say that right? And G as in girl.org. PCSB.org. That's Davis Harriet at PCSB.org.
Okay. All right.
So you can reach me if you have any questions. You can call that number directly to try to to speak with someone there.
Okay. Okay. Well, Harriet, I want to thank you for this guest interview today. This has been very inspiring for those that are listening that want to continue their education, and for those of us that know other people that we can share this information with, because like my friend, she told me she doesn't know how to count money, so I know she could use the training, and that's why it's good that she gets back into the educational program so she can continue and progress and get to a level she never even would have thought before.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So
yes,
I'm gonna get with you, sometime next week.
That'd be awesome.
Anything else that I may need or to share or send a email or a text message out so people know about it.
Yes.
So
okay.
it's very, very.
And I have leaflets too. If you need me to drop off some flyers, I can do that as well. So I really appreciate your station and you for letting me to have this opportunity.
Okay, so do you know what station you're on right now, Miss
Yes,
Harriet?
I know. I'm on 99.1. Yes.
She better.
Yes, 99.1. Yes, absolutely.
We just love it, or you better.
Oh, yes.
It's been great. It's been great. So, we at this hour where they say, you got to get out. You got to get off the air right here because it's time to get off.
I got you.
It's time to go.
Have a God bless day.
You do the same as well.
Thank you.
We'll be in touch. Okay. Thank you, Miss Davis. Okay. With that being said, we want to thank the Lord today for this radio broadcast ministry of Matters of the Heart radio broadcast. The first half was just great, anointed. Second half, very educational, very interesting, and truly worthy for those who wants to get back on the right path and can just follow their dreams and come to the end that I made it after all.
Yes.
I didn't give up.
Yes.
Never too late. It don't matter if I'm 80 years old. I got my diploma.
I know that's right.
So praise God. So we just want to thank everybody and have a great day. And we just thank the Lord. And if you're interested in contacting Princess about being a guest interview, the phone number to contact me will be 727-488-8818. Please give me a call, and I can go over the information which you're trying to get you scheduled, most likely for next year, because we have already scheduled people for next month. So get with me, and I'll try to get you scheduled out sometime for the upcoming year in 2022. Okay? With that being blessed, have a great holiday.
Yes.
We won't be on the air, I don't think, anymore this month, but we look forward to coming back with a great program for Christmas for you. Either one program, maybe two, but not sure right now, but we just know we'll be back, okay? We'll be back. So everyone be blessed and have a great weekend.
Yes.
All right. Be blessed. We're out.